Hello, happy new moon. This is Shakti. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing this evening? Thank you for being with me. We're in a new location. So I want to kind of show you my altar going on in the background. Yes, and this is some storage stuff going on. We moved in the time that we had our last ritual till now. We moved. So here we are. We moved at the end of last month, and this is our first new moon in our new location, and I'm so excited. So bigger space in this room for me to hold ritual. I have people or family members and they're over here that are joining me inside. It's just so much better. This is such a gift. So if you've been following me on Facebook or you're my friend on Facebook, you know I've taken lots of pictures of our new location, which we call Crow's Landing. It's so much fun. And it's just absolutely beautiful and such a gift. So as we gather for this super new moon in Cancer, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you. Thank you for being here on this Friday evening. I mean, there's so many things that you could be doing, but you've chosen to be here to share in this magic with me and in this powerful vibration with the Cancer new moon. So there's a lot going on. How is everyone doing, first of all? I know I was mentioning on the Shakti Spiral New Moon group that, you know, how do you get ready for your intentions for the new moon? What do you do? What do you do, or what are your intentions for this moon cycle? Let's talk a little bit about, while people are still getting online, let's talk a little bit about what this super moon is, especially with these vibrations in Cancer. So Cancer is a really powerful sign. It's very intuitive. It runs very deep, and it's ruled by the moon. So that's really powerful. So all of the feelings that you've been kind of going through, usually you'll feel the influences of a moon phase 2 days before and then 2 days afterward. So with this new moon, it is truly a space of intensity. So whatever you normally feel during the new moon cycles, you feel like you need to go within and you maybe need to recharge your batteries, or you're kind of more in a nesting energies where you need to kind of go and root yourself into just security or things that are familiar or feel comfortable. You're going to feel that more. Whatever you feel, if you feel more energized during the new moon, you're going to feel that more. So especially around emotions, around intuition, you might be getting some really powerful intuitive hits for this past couple of days, direction maybe to go in, or maybe these are your intentions going forward with this month. So keep that in mind, because I know that there was a couple of people that we were talking about, or I was kind of following the thread as much as I could. It was such a busy day for me. But what you do, like how far in advance do you set your intentions for the new moon, which is such an awesome question. So with that, how do you set your intentions? So I'm going to answer it. I was going to answer it on our page, and if you haven't, if you're not part of the Shakti Spiral New Moon Facebook group, I invite you to do so. It's such an awesome community. We have amazing people on our group. So really great question that was asked: how far in advance? And so I thought about that. I thought, you know, it's interesting because as we go along the month, I feel from new moon to new moon, for me, that whole lunation, that whole cycle, a theme starts to happen, okay? So we're working with certain energies. About 2 weeks in, I'll notice whether or not I had my focus on something that was what I needed to, or if there was something else, something more, something deeper, or something even complete opposite of what I was thinking. So about 2 weeks out, I started to notice a pattern, a theme that starts to happen for me. And I pay attention. Well, this last month was a little challenging because it was about moving. So that was about change and about adapting with patience. So that was my theme. And I knew that kind of going in because my guides were telling me, you're going to have to really work a lot of patience. And that has been the theme. So now going forward, I think I look at where I'm at, assessing my situation, and I try as much as I can to focus that along with the energies that are influenced. So, what is being the most influential energy? Where are you going to get the most bang for your buck? What what is going to be able to help you, so you're not constantly fighting against the energy stream, I like to say. So right now we are working with the water element. We're working with Cancer, so it's very intuitive. The sign of the crab, you go within. But they're very adaptable because they take their house with them, right? So wherever they go, they're able to kind of nest. So it's about adapting to change, adapting to certain social environments or situations, and taking the comfort with you. So not necessarily having to go through a whole reclusive energy cycle, but being able to be comfortable where you're at. And we do that more and more as we are becoming more authentic with our living, with how we present ourselves in the world, how we choose to be at all times. So that is what's happening right now. So we have these internal things going on, which is all about the new moon. It's all internal. It's all really going into that space of mystery. The dark moon is a powerful lunation for that, very nesting, very womb-like energy. So certain crystals that I love to use during this time, especially for this Cancer new moon, because for me, whenever I go into the Cancer energy, it's very watery, but it's very deep, but it's very nurturing as well, because the Cancers, the ones that are very balanced, are very nurturing people by nature. They just kind of reach out, kind of care about people. So they're like caretakers and caregivers. So those are really good energies to work with. So in this cycle, I'm going to be working with some black Moonstone. So this is kind of cool. This is a sphere I have. I've had it for, gosh, a while actually. And I love this sphere because when I bring it out, it's a really powerful energy that just kind of holds that space for me. So black Moonstone's really good to work with. If you don't have that, blue kyanite is also really good. This is about, not only is this good for speaking your truth, but it also is a really good intuitive stone, crystal, however you want to call it. It's not really a crystal, but it's really good for working with those energies and those fields where you may be stuck with voicing your truth or holding your own power, in the sense of when you're speaking something, you may be getting swayed in opinion or whatever the popular census is, and kind of go in those ways. So really, blue kyanite is really good to hold your power, to hold what you speak, and hold your truth regardless of it being received by popular vote or not. And my favorite also, and this is something that I use actually almost all the time, but still, lapis lazuli. So there's like these beautiful, it's one of my favorite pieces. You see illustrations with the pyrite, really good for intuition again, also going into the mystery. So if you have certain things in your life that you're really wanting to uncover, the things that you're asking questions about, you feel pulled and there's a certain sense of mystery about it, this is a really good stone to work with. Lapis really will help you to kind of part the veil with mystery, with work that you're intuitive being guided to. This is a really good stone. Also, of course, seashells is a really wonderful way to work with water energy, especially if you're not near the ocean. We are blessed that we have a river right behind us called Crow's River. So that's exciting. So river stones are actually really good too. This one's gifted to me by my Flora. I love it. It's a heart. And so this is a really good stones to work with too. And actually they're called holy stones, you know, the ones that are kind of like, usually they have holes in them and you can kind of see through it. The what is the tradition about that? Where if you look through it a certain time, do you remember what that time is, Jordy? Like, is it Beltane or so? When you look through it in the garden, you can see fairies a certain time or in the in-between. That's a really good one. Say, Sturdy's in the room. She says hello. Okay, before I go on even more, so let's just clear our space. So there's all this wonderful energy. I love the feeling of the new moon rituals. Missed you guys. It feels really like we've been through so much in such a short period of time, and we're going to be feeling that more and more as we evolve in this year. So we're at the halfway mark. So not only do we have the energies of the solstice, whether it is a summer solstice here for us in the north or the winter solstice in the south, you're feeling those energy pulls. You're feeling the in-between. So we have that. We have the super new moon. So those mouthing energies are really powerful. So it's okay to take your time through all of this to maybe not be so rushed with finding an answer, but allowing something maybe new to be shown to you. Okay, so if you have any clearing herbs or incense, now's the time to light it. I use sage. It's a really just easy, inexpensive go-to. Plus, I love it. I love how powerful it is. So let's go ahead and clear your field. Offering some to you and to me. Whew. It's been kind of cool here, the weather, which I'm very thankful for. We're having some little AC situation happening. So, excuse me, that's not really a good thing for the summertime. So thankfully, the Mother sent some cooler weather our way because, yeah, it was getting a little bit hot. So we're dealing with all of that. So I need some sage because it seems like, you know, kind of when you're uncovering, you're going deeper with one problem, kind of you think it's just one problem, but it's another and it's another. That's kind of the energies that we've been in. So it's nice to be able to have this clearing sage. So now that we've kind of created an energy vacuum, okay, we've cleared out the energy. It's in a neutral space. I like to offer in and set an intention. Whenever you clear energy, it's important that you be responsible for the clearing of that energy. So it's not just about clearing it, but it's also about setting an intention of what you want to feel. So I have some sweetgrass, and I use that as an intention setter for sweetness, for unity, for love, for peace. It's also a beautiful offering for ancestors. So, and I always welcome my ancestors, those who've done their work before me and who have assisted me and continue to assist me. So I offer the sweetness to you. To those who've gone before and to those who will go after. And there you have it. You know, ritual is very powerful. The energies that we set, the intentions we set are so powerful. Our tools don't have to be so elegant. They can be very simplistic, but very sacred at the same time. And using things of the earth to me is so grounding and one of the most sacred things we could use because it literally comes from our Mother Earth. And so the more you can get to those really authentic, just from the earth, straight from the earth, the more powerful I feel the connection is to ancestors, to those things. Plus you're the most powerful connection. You hold their DNA and their blood. Okay, so what we do in this ritual, if you're new for the first time, welcome to the Shakti Spiral and welcome to these new moon rituals. We do them every month at the new moon. So it won't be on the very same day of the month. It depends on when the new moon falls. But we gather together, and why we do this is because the more that we hold a space of consciousness and hold a space of intention, the more the world changes, the more that we can create difference and change in our world and in our lives. So when we gather together, we share our energy in this powerful sacred space of a container so that magic can be done. Whether you believe in magic or not, it happens. You can call it energy. You can call it God source. You can call whatever feels right to you. However, working in this energy, working in this field of consciousness, of infinite possibility, it's important to do so with mindfulness, coming forward with knowing that what you're doing is not just, you're not allowing yourself just to be kind of blowing in the breeze. You're really setting intention and you're being aware of what you're giving into the world. So we do this every month, depending on the theme, what the new moon is in, what astrological sign, we know that those are influences. So think of it kind of like a forecasting energetically. You know that the weather is going to be cloudy outside, so you know maybe you need a sweater, maybe you need an umbrella, depending on the temperature. So kind of like that, forecasting energetically. The new moon, it's in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. Cancers can tend to be hermits, but at the same time, they can be very protective. So we have all of these energies that we can work with, and so it's kind of take your pick as to what it is you want to set your intention with. When you're working with something rather against it, it works so much more for the highest good. So that's why we're doing this work. And also next month, it'll be different. So it's always different as we work together. I feel like the more we do these works together, the more conscious and awareness that we become, we make changes, major changes in our lives. It doesn't just happen. It seems like it happens all at once, but it literally is over a series of attention, spending your energy and things that you want to gain and you want to build versus things that are going to pull you and weigh you down. So think of that also as an investment in your own energy and taking part in these new moon rituals. So those who have been with me know how it works already. And so if you're new, what we do is we call in the directions of the east, south, west, and north. We do it in that order, going clockwise. And then we also call in the elements. And why we do it is because we are made up of all these elements. Back in the ancient times, predating any type of religion, predating any type of spirituality, the elements of the earth have always been. So we are made up of these elements. And it's important that as we call upon them, think of it as calling upon your highest aspects, the parts of you that are ancient and truly knowing, that have gone on as long as your ancestors. So that's also why we do that. So as we go, let's get started right now, okay? So I want you to take a moment to just adjust how you're sitting so that you're feeling in a comfortable space, but also with your back a little bit more erect, so that your energy channels are a little bit more aligned, okay? So just take a moment to sit, to breathe. So close your eyes, and I want you to take a couple of breaths with me, okay? So we can kind of center ourselves and be in this space together. So as you close your eyes, I want you to inhale. And as you inhale, I want you to think about all of your energy coming back to you, kind of like your big puzzle, and all of these pieces are snapping back in. So hold it for just a second, and as you exhale, you're releasing all the energy that isn't yours. You're sending it back to its original source. And once again, inhale, calling all of your energy back to you. And as you exhale, releasing all stress of the day. This is such a treat. We get to do this together. Last breath, inhale. Hold it for just a second, feeling your lungs with that air. And as you exhale, releasing all tension and stress. Now, with your eyes still closed and in your mind's eye, I want you to picture all of us sitting in a great big circle. Now, some of us are live. Some of us will watch this after a recording. But all time is now. All energy doesn't have space or time. So we are all connected now around the world to think of us just in this great big circle. So as we're sitting in the circle, I want you to focus on your heart chakra, which is right here in the center of your chest. This is the place where we actually have in our energy field a connection to what is called the Christ consciousness, which is all of the Christed ones. Think of Buddha, think of Krishna, think of Jesus the Christ, all of those beings, Mary Magdalene, Mary, all of the ascended masters, they've all been connected to this Christ consciousness. So with our eyes closed, I want you to connect to your Christ consciousness, to the ascended master that resides within you. And picture it like a beautiful spiral. And allow this spiral to uncoil, winding, getting bigger and bigger, extending outward from your heart chakra space until it engulfs all of your body. This big, beautiful spiral energy. Now to the person sitting on your left, I want you to extend this energy. So extend it out through your left side, and they receive it through their right. And it melds in a beautiful connection with their spiral heart chakra energy. See the brilliant colors. It can be any color that feels resonant to you. And so it goes, it exits their left side into the person sitting on their left, and they receive it on the right. And it goes around clockwise in a great big circle, winding around and around, sharing this beautiful space one with another, until you receive it again into your right. It comes back to you. Picture all the vibrant colors, see them now, all of this beautiful heart space, and allow it to complete and to connect with your heart chakra, your heart spirals. And now we have cast this beautiful circle, a circle of love, a circle of unity. We are connected. And now we call in the quarters. To the direction of the east, element of air, to the sacred mighty winged ones, where all things begin. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the south, element of fire, to the fire breathers and the fire walkers, to creation, passion, the kundalini. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, the energy of Cancer. To the water keepers, the record holders, to the ambiotic fluid of Pachamama, to intuition and the deep mystery. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the north, element of earth, to Pachamama, the earth keepers, our stone and crystal allies, our plant allies, the elementals, those who have walked this earth before us and those who will walk after us, our beloved ancestors, those who have done this work. We call you now, in the highest love, come and be part of our circle. And we call to the divine one energy to surround each one of us, to flow through this space, to anchor us here in protection and in love and in peace. We call to the beloved All-Mother. Hear us, your children, now. As we begin this work together, united, may we receive answers to our questions and feel connection to our longing. May we be blessed now. We call to the angelic kingdom. We call to our guides and to any protectors that are needed at this time. Come and be with us. And it is done. And it is done. It is done. So here we are in this powerful, bam, here it is. I'm going to pull up the screen so I can see all of you and see what you're saying. Okay, so how many here are feeling the energies of the super new moon? How many have been swayed? What are the themes that have been happening for you? What are the pullings? For me, it has really been the next level. Hello everybody. Now I'm looking, I'm like, I swear, it's really challenging for me because I just want to sit and just talk with everybody. Hey, how's everybody doing? I gotta get focused. But Candy, I'm so glad that you made it. In fact, I wanted to let everybody know this beautiful pendant that I'm wearing today actually was a gift from Candy. I got it right when we moved into the home. It was waiting for me in my mailbox. So thank you so much, beautiful Candy. I absolutely love it. It is silver jasper, I believe that's what she said it was. Oh, love you too, Lori. Thank you. Okay, so Buki76 is saying momentum, moving forward, progress. Yes, Selena's saying, hello, Selena. Creative openings. So thank you so much, Candy. So much, thank you. So going with all of this energy, right? So it feels like, for me, the transition of now there's something more, get ready, you know, it's kind of, we've been in this momentum of change. So the beginning of the year, have you kind of noticed, we've been doing a lot of changing. We've been weeding out, we've been clearing, we've been decluttering. It's been some sort of clearing, decluttering, whether it's been our bodies, it's been our physical space, maybe both, maybe everything. We have really been just shedding and releasing so many things that have taken away our energy, and we may still be in the space of doing that. So it's probably going to be for the rest of this year, we're going to be letting go, but it's not going to be as intense. So think of it kind of slowing down a little bit, especially at the midway point of the year. We're going to notice that as we're making the changes, it'll start to even out a little bit, because now that we're in the change momentum, it's now, okay, we've cleared out the space. Now what, right? Now what? So we're making room. And it's important to not resist the change. It's important to not resist letting go, because there's something better coming. And it's in that space of also having faith and trust in the process that you've never been hung out to dry, right? You're here, you're living, you're breathing. So even as hard as it may get, you're not alone in this work. And making space is actually very powerful, because remember I talked about making that energetic void, and the universe abhors a void. So when you set the intention then, and that's why these new moon rituals are so important, you've created that vacuum. Now let's fill it with things that really matter and that are going to make a difference and change in your life. So the themes. So there's been a lot of, yeah, I love it. Yes, there's been some shadow work that's been going on. People are working through the shadow, and that's really a powerful time to do that, especially during new moon energy, because you are going within and you're going to those parts that you may not want to. Think of it like, you know, how have you ever had a space in your room or in your bedroom or in your closet, somewhere where you look at it and you go, oh, I know I got to get to that. I know I got to get to that. Or a pile of papers or something in your office, something that pulls and weighs on you, and you're like, okay, because you know it's going to be a little bit of work. You know you got to get to it. It's not going to go anywhere. It's waiting for you. It feels like that. It's pulling your attention, and it's constantly pulling your attention. So that's what's good. That's what needs to be addressed, and that's why we're working through all of these layers, so we can get to that point where we're taking maybe not all of it at once, but maybe we're taking a couple things off the top, moving them or releasing them. And so before you know it, you look back at that corner or that space that you dreaded, and you realize, oh my gosh, it's not even that big of a deal. I can handle this. I can do this, because you've taken chunks, and you've taken chunks away. And so that's kind of the energy. It's like that. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to like rip it off like a Band-Aid and be in this pain. You can do it in chunks and allow yourself to do that. Some people love it just all at once, and if that works for you, that's perfect. But for some people, it can be very frightening. It can be very like the rug is pulled out from underneath you. So make the changes that you know you need to make, but be gentle as you make them. Allow yourself to adapt as you move forward. Sometimes it's going to be scary as you move forward, especially when your high self is guiding you to big work, but it's work that is worth doing, right? It always is. So before I forget, also, if you have any oils or anything that you anoint yourself with, it's a really good time to do this. It kind of sets your body in a space to prepare for work. So I like to anoint with my All Mother oil. I almost forgot talking about all of these great energies to do that. So let me do that now. What I do is I anoint my third eye, my bindi. I anoint my throat chakra, my heart chakra. I anoint the back, right where your skull and your spine meet. We call it the wellspring. That's your channeling chakra. That's where you can channel in information. So if you ever felt like the buzzing kind of in the base of your skull when you're really working in powerful work, energy work for those energy workers, that's where the energy is coming. When you do channeling, when you do any type of mediumship work, if you do any kind of oracle readings, anything like that, it comes through that, because that's actually part of your throat chakra, okay? So think of it, it's not just the front of your body, it exits to the back as well. In fact, did you know, a little tidbit of information, did you know that the closest place to your heart chakra is actually through your back, not the front of you? So if you want to really experience some powerful heart chakra energy, sit back to back with somebody that you really love and care about, and just kind of breathe together. It's a really, really, really great exercise I do with Mr. Wallace. Sometimes when we're having chaos, life, we sit back to back. You kind of like intertwine your arms, you just breathe together, and you just sit there for a little bit. And it is so powerful to connect in that heart chakra space. You can do it with your kids. It's really beautiful, and you'll feel it. And so sometimes the masters, when you're sitting with somebody who's a little bit higher level of just consciousness, have maybe gone through some more things, sometimes they turn their back to you, or turn to like their audience at times. And it's not to be rude, it's actually they're extending so much heart space in that moment. So that's really powerful and understanding. Okay, so there's all these things. People have different ideas of what they want to do with this new moon, and there's a lot of possibilities, and it's super. So that means it's extra. So it's huge. So whatever it is that you're wanting to really go into, know that this is going to be a cycle that may be more than just a one lunation. Oh, my cat does that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I love it. Yes. See, cats know. So intuitive. I love that. Also, as we're working this, remember that if you're new to this, remember it's important when you're working with something to journal as much as possible. Even if you do video journaling and you hate doing like writing, if you have a computer, you have a personal laptop, or even your phone, as long as you have the space, you can upload it or whatever. Video journaling is another way to mark your journey. Okay, so it's not just about writing everything down. Unless writing is very meditative for you and you're more of a talker, you can do video journaling. Think of it like, what is that, Star Trek? Right at the beginning. Oh, okay. So yes, it's raining. I love that, Chris Marie. She says it's raining where she's at. Yes, it's actually getting some storms here too. And that is also really powerful. So as you're cleansing, especially if you're in a cleansing space, raining is so good. How many of you go into your shower and when you're taking a shower, do clearing work, just kind of breathe and allow whatever has been bothering you to just go? It's so huge. In fact, if you do that, I suggest saging your shower and then setting intention, because that might be where you do some of your releasing and clearing work. So I do that. I actually sage my shower and have this really big kind of spritzer. So I can kind of intend the energies there as well. It's kind of funny. And plus the drain, it's a very powerful vacuum. Okay, so let's get started. So you have an intention. If you have an idea of a theme, something that has been on your mind, okay? Something that has been calling your attention, pulling at you, maybe bugging you, whatever that is, okay? Now, we're not talking the stuff like, disagreements. We're talking about beyond the disagreement, or we're talking about something you have to do, but there may be some resistance, or you have a question because you feel pulled and called to something, but how do you get started? Or maybe there's some deep healing you have to do. Whatever it is, whatever you have set for yourself. Or maybe there's the what next. I'm getting with a lot of you, there's a what next. Now what? So let's begin the journey with those. You may not have to have the exact worded written question, but something simple. Write it down right now. If you have your question, write it down. If you have the theme of what you're feeling, change, progress, some are saying, write it down, okay? I'll give you just a couple minutes, not minutes, seconds, so we can get started. Okay, now, put down what you're writing, and just kind of let it be, okay? So you've already sent it out to the universe. You've already put it in the space. We're in this powerful vortex right now. Let it be, and just be here in this present moment with me, and allow me to be your guide, okay? Oh, beautiful rebirth. Yes, powerful time. This is the perfect time to do all of that work. Okay, so close your eyes again. And I want you to picture a beautiful magical shelf. Okay, those of you who have done this with me know what the shelf's about. For those of you who are new, this magical shelf is a powerful sacred space where you can put all of your cares, your worries, or your concerns. You can just deposit them there. Okay, think of them symbolically. They look like whatever. You can just put them there. They can be words. Think of holding big words and putting them on your shelf. Whatever works for you. Just allow yourself to deposit any stress, your cares, worries, concerns, anything that will pull your attention away from this very moment. Deposit them there. And know that your guides, your protectors, your guardians, spirit, God consciousness, anything that resides within you that you connect to will take care of the things on this shelf. So you can come back to them at the end of the hour, or you can just let them take them for you, okay? And do it what they will with those. That's a great thing about having helpers. You don't always have to figure everything out. Things happen always in the background. Okay, so just allow yourself to deposit there. And I want you to picture in your mind's eye a beautiful stream. Standing at the brook, at the bank of this beautiful stream, It's so beautiful and clear blue, reflecting the sky. You step into it. It's not very deep. It just kind of comes up to your ankles, and you just notice how cool, not very cold, but how inviting the water feels. And you're guided to just stand there and be part of this beautiful stream. And you notice as you turn towards where the stream is coming from, you see something kind of off in the distance. It's kind of headed towards you. And as it gets closer and closer, you realize it's a little boat, a boat big enough just for you. It stops actually on the side of you, and you're thinking, how is it able to do that? Because the water is not so deep, but it does it anyway. That's kind of how magic works. It does it anyway. Allow yourself to get onto this boat, and it heads downstream, and you're very comfortable, and you feel very relaxed, very at ease, knowing that where you're going is where you're supposed to. You notice that the river opens up wider, becomes this big, beautiful, powerful river. Very still, very, very calm. You notice that the water goes into a cave, but you're okay. There's no need for worry or concern. You feel very peaceful, and you allow this boat to take you into the cave. And what you notice is that it's illuminated inside. Even though it's dark, you can still make out things. You notice the walls. There are etchings in them. There are pictures. Notice what you see, symbols, like ancient ones before you have come here. And then you notice that the water comes to this edge. It just stops, and you're able to get off. As you continue down this path, you notice that there's a light up ahead. And what you notice is that there's a circular disc that stands in the center, suspended in air. It has water inside of it. As you go over, you notice that there's a beautiful, beautiful scent there, fragrant. All of your senses come alive. Allow yourself to be in this space. Allow yourself to feel present. Dip your hands into this water. Feel the coolness in your hands. And what you notice is that the energy starts to come up your arms, into your shoulders, engulfing all of your body. The water becomes part of you. There's no need for alarm. You are one in this space. And you kind of melt into this water. You're part of this basin. You're part of this sacred fluid. This vessel is very powerful. It is something that has gone on before time, and it will go on after time. Every drop of water is from somebody who has come before, and also somebody who will come after. And you are connected, and you are part. Every story, every theme, every challenge, every remarkable conquest, everything is recorded in this water. And as you allow yourself to be there, allow yourself to be complete in there, Know that there isn't a beginning or an end. And you notice you're starting to move in a spiral motion. And then something happens, something changes. You are no longer in this cave. You are part of the great galaxy, the Milky Way. You are in the cosmic waters. And here you feel at home and at peace, knowing that everything you've ever done or will ever do is recorded here. All of your loved ones, all those who you've known in this lifetime and others are recorded here, are part of here. And so now think of the theme, think of the question, think of what it is you wrote when we began this journey together. Ask your question or focus on your theme and notice immediately what you feel. Are there symbols being given to you? Are there stories being shared? Is there guidance being shown to you? Allow yourself to integrate that right now. Allow the mystery to unfold. Give you just a little longer to be in this space of knowing, to be in the cosmic mother's ambiotic fluid. Feel her love as she has always been there, has always guided you, and you have never been apart from her. And she holds you now in her womb. She holds you now in her space, caring for every concern you have, being there and showing you her love. Let her integrate with you now on every fiber, every cellular part of you. She holds you close. And you know that every part of you is loved. Allow yourself to say goodbye. Allow yourself to spiral downward back into that beautiful basin. Now it's time to leave the cave You realize now your hands are just in the water again, releasing them, thanking the sacred experience. Your boat is waiting for you. And as you get back on the boat, you notice it turns and easily goes upstream, taking you back to where you came. You feel a little centered, definitely more connected. And all the cares and worries and concerns you had when you started no longer seem relevant. Everything is easy. Everything is a story, and you get to write the ending. And you get to write the transition. So as you travel back up the river, it gets narrow again, back to the space where you are in that shallow water. You easily step out of the boat, thanking this vessel for taking you on this journey, watching it return back to where it came. And stepping out of the water, allow yourself just to integrate everything that you've experienced. And when you're ready, open your eyes, start to wiggle, rotate your ankles, kind of pull your energy and attention up your body. Rolling your shoulders, shaking out your hands a little bit. That was a lot of energy you experienced. And go ahead and write down what you experienced. Take a moment to write down any symbols, to write down anything, any impressions, any messages. I'll give you a couple seconds for that. Okay. Oh, I love it. Yes, thank you. Wonderful, amazing, great. So I'm intending for you that you were able to get some sort of clarity or some sort of direction, that you've come with a little bit more insight than when we started. Okay, and it doesn't just stop here. You're welcome, Canadian Witch. You're so funny. So it doesn't just stop here. So this is part of this is the step forward. Okay, so with what we've done, we've opened up a gateway for the information to come through. So allow yourself over this next couple of days to not only integrate with the energy work that was done, but to also allow yourself to see what unfolds, to be in that space of the vibrations of the energy that has been present here, because a lot has been shared and has been integrated into your DNA. And so now it's just a matter of you processing it. So writing it down, doing your video messages if you want, or however you want to do it. I didn't say messages, but video journaling, whatever works for you. So that's really powerful. It's really a really powerful space. So, oh, you felt chilly. That's interesting. Yes, because space is kind of cold. But the wonderful thing is that also when you're in that, think about how things contract when you're cold, when you feel that energy of cold. So it's almost like you're absorbing and you're holding on to the energy when it comes to you. It's not so much about it expanding, but sometimes when we receive something, we have to kind of like constrict to hold on to it. So that's really, really good. Oh, good. I'm glad, Chris Marie. She said you had goosebumps. She felt peace and love. I'm so glad. Okay, so now, does anybody have any questions? Like, I'm trying to look at the feed and also share information, but if you have any questions, you can also, at the New Moon Ritual on Facebook, our group, you can always have any questions you can ask there. So we have a couple of minutes, and I wanted to get through this so that we could not only integrate what we've experienced, but I wanted to pull a couple of cards. Oh, okay, Wookie 76. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so think about what you're wanting to experience or what you're inviting into your life. It's really important that you set the tone, you set the standard. What is acceptable, what is not. It's important that you allow yourself the space to hold, to hold the space for yourself. It's important to allow yourself the space, the boundary, so that you say, okay, this is what I'm changing now. This is what I'm developing, and give yourself permission to do what feels right. And something doesn't feel good, allow yourself to say, allow yourself to have the permission to say no in that space, okay? Oh, you are so welcome. Yay! So Lori wants to pull one for the mermaid deck. Yes, Lori, I would love that. It would be great for you to pull it and then put it maybe in the new moon ritual. Post it there with a picture for all of us. That'd be awesome. Yes, that's so good. Okay, so who would like a couple of reading? Really quick, pull a card for you. Really quick in the feed, so we have a little bit of just a couple of minutes. So, because I feel there's somebody still who has a couple of questions. Okay, okay, Bookie 76. So you have a couple of things you're working on, okay? So what I'm getting already is that tone it, pull it a little bit down. Not down, but bring it in more. Whenever I get into space, like, what are words? Hello, like English language. Okay, so so narrow it a little bit. So there's different things you like, and this, and then there's this. So like really kind of put your focus on what's the most, out of all the things that you're looking at, what is the most relevant or the most important, to kind of go in order of importance, okay? That'll help you. Okay, so your card is, this is for Bookie 76. Your guides are speaking, are you listening? Okay, so I don't know, is that showing up the right way? I hope so. So your guides are speaking, are you listening? And this is right side up. So basically this is telling me to tell you you're going to get some information. Okay, so do what I said in order of importance with what it is you're intending. Because remember, when you do intentions, your energy goes there. So you don't want to spread yourself out too thin. Okay, so focus on the order of importance, and your guides have some information regarding that. So be ready to listen. Okay, that's the homework. Francine. Yes. Okay, Francine, light a candle and connect. Okay, so there are some things that, Francine, I'm getting grandmother. Is there an anniversary of a passing of your grandmother or a birthday coming up for a grandmother? It's very much grandmother energy. And they're giving me the guidance to tell you to light a candle for her and to connect to her, because she's actually waiting to connect to you. So it's a wonderful time to be able to do that. You're invited to do that. And in fact, if you don't have an ancestral altar already, or a sacred space that you just kind of have for her with maybe a picture or something, it would be a great time to do that and just hold the candle there for her. Okay? Okay, Mike. Ooh, this one just jumped out. Okay, Mike, yours was actually reversed. So that just means that you have a little bit of a block. And the card, it was a jumper. It's find your light. So here's the thing, Mike. You are such a powerful intuitive. Lately, you've been a little bit dismayed with, I get there's a lot of world energies that have been really connecting and kind of pulling your energy. Kind of like worldly things, like the worldly matters, the things that the to-do list, the mundane things. And what's happening is you're getting distracted. Even though you're trying to fight against that, there's a lot of distraction happening. And in those moments of distraction, your light isn't shining the way that you are, the true authentic you. So this is a reminder that when these challenges happen, when these invitations to be at our best, to show our light, do it. Be that beautiful beacon that you are, and give yourself permission to step back for a moment and maybe not respond so quickly, and just assess what's going on, and ask yourself, what is my highest guidance at this time? What should I do in my highest good? And move forward in that, because there's a lot going on. So just pull your energy back. You know how we do in the very beginning, we pull our energy back and then we release what isn't ours. This is something on the daily, and not just once a day. I'm getting several times a day, because there's a lot of people pulling from you. Okay, so yes, Candy Duchesne, you get a card for your birthday girl. Okay. Okay, Candy, so it says, time to unleash your creativity, okay? Oh, by the way, this is from my, these cards are from my new moon deck called Whisperings of the New Moon. So I feel like somebody wanted to know what those cards were. Okay, so time to unleash your creativity. Candy, you're in a space of doing. I think you've had this card before. I feel like either that or it's been centered around creativity, but it's so important. It's so important that you connect to those parts of you that want to be creative, those creative outlets. Intuition comes also through creativity. So as you're allowing yourself to play in that creative energy, you're going to get a lot of guidance, okay? Because there isn't any pressure when you're being creative, whether it be even coloring in one of those adult coloring books, you know, like the ones I'm getting one, like a mandala one, that'd be kind of really fun for you. Just something that will allow you to just not go into that logical mind so much and be in the creative. You're going to get a lot of flow. You're going to get a lot of answers through that way, okay? So try that. And happy birthday, beautiful. I'm intending a beautiful year for you. Okay, so Francine says yes. Okay, so her grandmother's anniversary is the 28th. I would love to pull you a card, Francine, for your mother. Okay, so this is for Francine's mother. Okay, so Francine's mother, it says, one of your best traits is your humanity. We are one. So either you're being guided to or you're involved right now in service, whether it be doing things, volunteer work. There's a new opportunity that's coming for you, or that you've been introduced to, and it might be some changes regarding the volunteering, or if you're thinking about that, there's something around service and volunteering. So pay attention, kind of put your feelers out there and see what comes for you, because it's an absolutely soul expanding energy. So it's really good for you. So allow yourself to be in that space and see what happens. Okay. I'm getting two more. Callie Krug, sorry. Callie, let's pull one for you. Okay, Kelly, you got one, but it was reversed. So what that means, upside down, what that means is you have a little bit of block about that. And this is about trust and surrender. The card is trust and surrender. So that basically means that you're going through a lot right now about, you're getting in some intuitive information, and you're getting some information about changes in your life. And while you're making these changes, there's that logical part of you that wants the guarantee that everything is going to work out okay. What your guides are telling me to tell you is that trust and surrender. It's like that saying, sometimes you have to walk a couple of feet into the dark before you find the light. So that's what's happening here. You're being guided to trust and surrender that control of the situation, because it all is working out for your highest good. And as long as you picture the outcome working for your highest good, it will. Okay, you're welcome, Mike. Okay, Nadia 777. I will pull a card for you, beautiful. You are welcome, Mike. These are so fun. Like one day we just have to do like a fun thing together where we can just all chat and play. And that's what I plan on doing with the Shakti Spiral Sisterhood. So we can do these things privately and kind of have a little bit more intimate group. That's going to be coming most likely next July or August. So There's a lot on our plates, so that would be so much fun to just kind of do these and play in a little bit more intimate setting. Okay. Your card, your path is uniquely your own. So this is all about you finding a path that's unique to you. There's a lot of wonderful, there's a lot of wonderful examples out there that you admire. However, it doesn't feel exactly right. And the reason is because you have your own unique path. It may feel, you might be inspired by others, but your path is going to show up for you the way you're offering your service or your life is very unique. So trust that your soul knows what to do. Okay, so when you get an idea, and it's very subtle, it's very like, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something to try that? Allow yourself to just do it. Okay, usually when we get those, they're very subtle, we tend to ignore them. And what I'm getting is that that's coming for you like a lot. And it's your path is especially like, what's my purpose? What's my path? That kind of question. So what they're saying is it's unique. So even though you might find the inspiration in others, you're not to replicate in the same way, because your light, your soul has a path that's very unique. And so to follow it, you got to trust in what you're getting versus what the world may be telling you. Okay. Okay. One more. Okay. So Lori says, I pulled a sisterhood card. No joke. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Beautiful. Yay. Okay. So Chris, I just knocked my shell. You hear that? Sorry. Okay, Chris, you're welcome, Nadia. So here we go. Patience is needed for this reality. So I am getting that there's a huge vision that's been shown to you. And finally got the answer. You've been asking a lot of the question of what is it, how or why or whatever. You finally got it. And now you see they showed you the huge, okay? And so you're going, okay, well, where is it? Let's move towards that. Let's go. Patience is needed because there's a law of gestation that's happening. So you know now, but you have to allow it to grow, okay? So they're giving me the example of like a baby. You find out you're pregnant. Yay, you're finally pregnant. Okay, but you have to allow the baby to grow and to develop, because we don't want a premature baby. So allow the process to unfold, and it's going to. So the big vision that you're seeing, keep visualizing it, keep seeing it, but be patient, okay? Root a little bit in that, and all the things that are beautiful, keep moving forward, but the patience is also part of the process, okay? Because there are synchronistic events that have to take place in order for it to be the bigger picture that you have been shown, okay? Alrighty, I would love to read for all of you. Unfortunately, we have definitely gone over time. So just know that the Shakti the Spiral, we'll be doing the Sisterhood. We'll be doing some fun things like that too, and having our own private rituals, things of that nature that aren't public for all viewing eyes. So, but thank you for being here with me. And so just know that as we go through this process of unfolding, of being in our truth, it's going to feel scary. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. We're not going to have all the answers right away, because that's part of the journey. It's like you want to get into a good book. You almost go, oh my gosh, what's the ending? I hope it's going to work out. It always does in some form, right? But it's going through the journey, going through the process. And even though people go, oh my gosh, but that feels so long. Why are you in a rush? This is life. This is part of it. This is the meat of being a human and being here and evolving in consciousness. Don't be in a rush to get to the end. Enjoy all of it, the way it unfolds, because you're evolving with the unfoldment, okay? So when you get to that very end of that vision that you see, or all of the things that you're desiring to do, you've earned that space. You're solidified in that. You've done the work. So it's authentic. And when you're authentic and you're true in the energies that are yours, you're unshakable and you're limitless. There's nothing you can do, you can't do. You can do anything when you're in that authentic space. So give yourself permission to go through what needs to happen so that you can be your authentic self. Okay? Okay, so with our eyes closed, just send in this moment some heart space energy to everybody in our circle, everybody who needs some extra encouragement, anybody who needs some extra support. For those who need to be seen, know that we see you. For those that need a little bit more love, know that we hold you in such love and think you are absolutely everything. For those of you who need some peace in your life, know that peace resides within and it is yours, available immediately. For those who are healing, know that the healing is absolutely instant within you. You have and hold all of the power. Know, for those of you who feel alone, that we are here with you, that you are loved, you are supported. And to any of you who have lost loved ones or are in the process of watching loved ones transitioning, know that you are held in love. They are held in love, and nothing is ever going unnoticed. And there are angels and guides around each and every one of you. And so it goes, always. We are a spiritual tribe, and we are here for each other. And it wouldn't be very surprising if we connect in the ethers for additional support. And also, let's send some love and healing and peace to our world, not only to each of our nations, because the world is one big planet. We may think we have borders when we look at a world map and there's these little lines, but go to that place that's on the map and there isn't a line there. You don't know stepping from one country into the next. It literally is all one. So sending space of love and peace and resolution, peaceful resolution to the world is what's needed right now. A greater understanding, an awakening to those who refuse to see the light. May peace outnumber any shadow, any fear. May love illuminate everybody and all. Beloved All-Mother, thank you for hearing us, your children, for holding us in your space, for giving us the courage to live authentically. May you guide us continually, that we will make the choices that will be in alignment with our highest good. We thank you, beloved ancestors, our angelic race. We thank you to all who have been here in support and in protection. Thank you to the Divine One Energy for holding us in the sacred space as we do this work together. And to the direction of the North, element of Earth, thank you so much for being part of this circle. To the direction of the West, element of water, thank you for being part of this circle. To the direction of the South, element of fire, thank you for being part of this circle. And to the direction of the East, element of air, thank you for being part of this circle. And with your eyes still closed, focused on your heart, the beautiful space that we've held energy, releasing the energy now through your right side. Watch it uncoil and uncircle, going round and around, counterclockwise in our great big circle, until you once again receive it on your left side, pulling in your energy. We call the one energy to cleanse our field, releasing what is not ours, clearing any debris, any work that we have done that now no longer needs to be part of us, anything that we've been able to release, we ask now that it be done. And picture roots in your feet, through your hands, just connected to earth, sending all residual energy that is not needed, that is extra. Send it down to our great Pachamama, divine Mama Gaia. She is a great recycler, and she will use the energy for the highest good. So send all that energy now. And coiling in your heart chakra until it now becomes concentrated again, once again in your chest. We thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you so much for being part of our circle. Join us next month. If you're not part of the New Moon Tribe, I would say the Spirit Tribe on Facebook, we invite you to do so, the Shakti Spiral New Moon Ritual Group. Also, you can always check YouTube, and I am also on Instagram. So under the Shakti Spiral, so connect with me. I would love to hear you here, and I would love everybody connect on Facebook, share experiences if you feel like you want to. Would love to hear what you have to say. And so much love to each one of you. Know that you are held in this work. So go forward, trust, and be magnificent. Mwah. So much love.